back to 6 Go Reviews. It's Dan here, and today we have the Threezero Rick Grimes from the Walking Dead TV show. Very popular. This is a pretty recent release, just got released a couple months ago. This is the season 1 Rick Grimes with his sheriff outfit, and really excited to show you guys this today. Walking Dead is very popular series, one of my favorites as well. But yeah, here's the box art. Got some actual headshots of Rick himself. This is a licensed product. Threezero does own the license to Walking Dead, and yeah, you can see another pic of Rick there. Some of the legal information, and yeah, the box is very slender. I do like that very much. Save some space for me in my storage. So yeah, looks good. Let's go ahead and gonna open this guy up and show you roughly what everything he comes with. So here is the box up close. Yeah, you can see some more of that stuff up close and personal. The picture looks really good. It's like a poster or something. Upon opening this, I discovered that the inside has a shot of him. So that was a pretty good pose idea. You guys will see later. I kind of used it. But yeah, it looks pretty good. But as I slide the box out here, you can see, as I said, the profile of the box is very slender, very small, so you can store this anywhere you want. He's got 3 levels to this. So take this off, and you can see another tray for all of his accessories under. Looks really good. And also that jacket, it came with the jacket, but it was just taped up under that, so I just went ahead and put that off to the side. So yeah, we'll take a look at that in a second. But yeah, looks pretty good. All of his shotguns, weapons, pegs, all of it. I'm going to go ahead and take all of this out and lay it out and take a closer look. Alright, here's pretty much everything he comes with. We start with the hands here. He has 2 different trigger hands. I believe this one is for the pistol. It looks pretty good. The hand looks pretty standard. Nothing too crazy. But what's cool is that Threezero included 4 different wrist pegs, including the 2 that are on the figure already. So that's nice. You get 6 hands total. Like I said, you get two different trigger fingers, one for the shotgun, one for the pistols. You can see this one right here is just very long. He has a very long index finger for some reason, but it works out because you can hold the shotgun with it, so I don't mind it at all. As I flip things over, but yeah, let's take a look at his legendary pistol. It is a Colt Python. Hammer actually works. The cylinder spins and also pops out if you would like it to, which is nice. You can see the little bullets in there. It's cool. I wish it could have been a little more detailed, but you also get his radio, which is cool. It does have a clip. You can see right there. It does just clip onto his belt anywhere you'd like, so that's dope. But yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks legit. And you get 4 shotguns here. You get 2 shorter barrel ones and 2 longer barrel ones. Obviously different colors. You get black. Slightly different texturing to kind of differentiate the two, and they do. The pump action does actually work. It goes back and forth, which is always a plus in terms of posing. And then here's the wood looking one, which has a bit more detail because it's not blacked out, and you can really see all the different textures and whatnot. And once again, it does have the pump. It just looks really good, man. The guns, the weathering that they have on them just looks phenomenal. You can see here, like, it just looks like real, and even on the black sections it has like weathering and pitting and whatnot, as you would on a real gun, because not every real gun stays pristine and clean unless you never touch it. But onto the sheriff bag. It's a pretty standard bag. I wish it came with 2, but it has a strap, like a carry handle, and then a over the shoulder strap, and inside are some little foam pieces in here to kind of give it some shape. And you can go ahead and slide all the guns in there, and that's where they all fit. But yeah, it has a functional zipper, sheriff on both sides. It's pretty basic, but it looks pretty good. Next, we got his hat. His iconic hat that he'll later pass down to Carl. It looks very good. It has the sheriff badge, his King County. It has the little tassel things, and as you can see, it just pops right onto his head. And it's a very nice fabric. It's like a felt material, so that's cool. Next, we got his jacket. Personally, I love the jacket. That's probably how I'm gonna display him. It does say sheriff's, and it says King County right there. Kind of hard to see because it's very small lettering, but it looks good. It looks good, and hopefully those last the test of time. The material feels very nice, and yeah, that's everything comes with. Let's go ahead, take the figure out, and take a closer look at him. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Rick himself, up close and personal, no jacket on. With the I put the pistol in the holster, and yeah, it just slides right in. It's very easy to take it in and out. I went ahead and clipped the radio on as well, and as you can see, I also put the wristwatch because he does come with a wristwatch. I just had it on him already, so but yeah, he looks very good. The shirt has a nice weathering to it. It looks very clean though. In my opinion, it's a little too clean. Um, it should have been a little bit more weathered or at least sweaty, in my opinion. But it looks really good, man. It has the seamless arms that look super real. I have to say, Threezero absolutely did a great job on them. You'll see when I, take the figure out for articulation. You'll see the elbows, how real they look, and hopefully they last the test of time, man. This is my first human Threezero figure, so yeah, it looks really good. The pants, the tailoring are pretty decent. The collar's a little bit too big in my opinion. He kind of looks like he has no neck, but you'll see that in a second. All right, here we are with Rick up close and personal. As you can see, the head sculpt, I think, in my opinion, is very much 100%. You can see his neck is a decent size, just the collar is a little too big, in my opinion. Kind of makes him look like he has a short neck, but he doesn't. It's just the collar, the way it's tailored. And yeah, the hair looks very good, wavy, just like him. Dude, I think it's spot on, man. Yeah, it looks incredible. You can see the seamless arms here. It's just yeah, it has a little rubbery like texture to it, and you can see it has the vascularity. It has the veins, and yeah, there's a little bit of the wristwatch, and then yeah, but just the details in this are pretty good, man. The boots are all weathered. They have a little design on there. You can see the creasing. Threezero definitely took their time with this. They did pay attention to the details because this looks incredible, man. You can see all the dirt and grime in the cracks and of the sole, like yeah, it's very well done, and it does have like a leathery feel to it as well. Um, but yeah, his head moves up and down pretty well. Pretty decent range of motion actually. It looks up pretty far, goes down pretty far as well. His head only goes about there though when you turn it. For some reason, I feel like I don't want to go too far past that because it gets really tight, but not bad. Not too worried about that. The arm is on a separate joint, so you can kind of get that to do whatever you want. The jacket will obviously hinder that articulation a bit. The sticker kind of raises up there, has a nice little butterfly. The arms do go out to about there, which is nice. Perfect 90. As you can see, the seamless. It does bend very well, and it doesn't. As a pop back. You can see it doesn't like bunch up like very weirdly, like sometimes like how the Fison does. Like the elbows look very good, not bad. He does have some pretty decent waist articulation as well, which we will see in a second. He does bend. He has two bends. He has one on the bottom, one in the middle. So you can move that waist pretty well. Nice twist. Um, yeah, this thing can pose, man. The legs can go out to just about there, maybe a little bit more. The pants kind of pull him back, and he does have a double bend at the knee. And he can go out pretty far, but yeah, this thing's pretty posable for what it is. And the boots, they're a bit restrictive. They're pretty tight, so they're a little bit harder to pose. But other than that, not bad. Let's go ahead, pose this guy up, and see what I can come up with. And here we are with the first pose. Got Rick talking in the radio. Um, yeah, this is a pretty cool pose. He's kind of either walking, taking a step, whatever he's doing. He's trying to contact his peoples. These boots, man, they're very hard to work with. Like since they're so like kind of realistic in the way they turn up. the way they're shaped is just very awkward to stand them on. So, but other than that, man, I mean, it looks so good. This figure is just I like it, man. I very much like it, especially the character. But yeah, looks pretty good for the first pose. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, let's see what else I can come up with. All right, here we are with the next one. Kind of a character pose for Rick, with that pistol. He's standing off looking, uh, down the sights. Got the radio on the other hand. It's just a relaxed hand can hold that radio pretty well. But yeah, man, I think the sculpt's there. I think it's about a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good in my opinion, especially for Threezero. But they're pretty good at getting their sculpts right. And the belt, it's like a rubbery style material, so you don't have to worry about degradation for that belt. Um, yeah, so no pleather there. But yeah, man, this thing looks great. You can really get some nice, intimidating poses out of it. Um, the gun looks really good. It has a nice reflective silver to it. And yeah, man, that sculpt, man, it's incredible. But on to the next pose. Let's do it. Alrighty, here we are at the next pose. Rick being a gun hoarder. Um, I went ahead and used some other accessories with this guy. I put on the jacket as well, and I went ahead and used this backpack over here. That's from the Miles Morales figure. I just threw a few guns in there just to kind of make it look like he's really scavenging something. And yeah, you can see that all the other shotguns fit in that bag as well, and they zip up really nicely. So you can kind of just mess around with it and get how you want it. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's a little awkward to stand, so he might look like he's leaning back. But yeah, this figure looks great, man. I really like the jacket look on it, in my opinion. And the hat, of course, looks very good. It's just classic Rick, man. Yeah, this figure looks awesome. Do a couple more poses here, and then yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time, so yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, here we are. You know how to do it. This is the only zombie in my collection, so I had to have Rick square off with them. Zombie Deadpool is coming after Rick. Rick's going ahead and trying to put a stop to it. Got the gun to his head, hand under his neck. And yeah, man, I mean, it's a pretty fun figure to pose, both of these guys. They both do pretty much whatever you want them to. You got the Deadpool just trying to, do zombie things to him, man. Yeah, it's just fun, man. This is a fun figure to pose. Especially, if you have like some generic zombies, this would go great with it. But unfortunately, I do not, so I had to settle with this. But on to the next pose. Let's do it. All right, here we are at the final pose of the evening. We got Rick picking up his hat after he defeated the zombie. Doesn't know, you're not sure what's going on. It's still the early days of this, crazy pandemic and whatnot. You got the guns right here. Um, yeah, I just try to make Rick was kind of obsessed with keeping his hat for a minute before he gave it to Carl. So he's going back for his hat, making sure that zombie is dead. And yeah, he just looks cautious, trying to grab his hat and then get out of there. Um, but yeah, man, this figure's dope, man. I really like it. Definitely looking forward to getting some more from this line. And you can see the boot there. Some nice detail all the way up. They did not skimp out on detail on this, but yeah, that's pretty much it for my opposing here. Yeah, and this is the final look at the figure. Just to give you one last look at him before we go. I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. And of course, we have a giveaway going on right now. More details on that on our channel and on our Instagram. But anyways, guys, very much appreciate you watching once again. And we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.